Well, hello, Totally British Gamer again, and we're back in Mining Town. And if you've been following any of the videos, it's slightly changed, not by a lot. So down there, I've started finally building the steel mill place, factory building. Yeah, over there we have some oil derricks, and they're all pumping out water for me at the moment because. Not on purpose. I kind of lied to you about making cement. I didn't lie. I was mistakenly thought that you couldn't actually do it until I looked in the wash plant. Then I realised you make cement in here. So I am making a crap load of cement. I might as well grab that out while I'm at it. I've got 3 of these going because what I've done now is I've changed the factory layout a little bit. So now in here we're starting to get gravel, and all the ores as usual. So what I did to do that, I just split the gravel input just there. So it comes down. One half goes to the frother, which gets all my ores, and the other half comes out into gravel storage. And then we pipe the waste to here again as usual. I've tidied it up a little bit, made it look a little bit more like a proper plant. Yeah, it's looking good. Those aren't looking good. I've had to put in an extra tower up there, an 1800, to keep all this running. And they look a bit crap, so I will be sorting them out at some point. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. Let's just get this. Let's get some. See if we've got any water first. I've been sat there for a bit. So it should have been making some. Oh yes, we got a fair bit there. I don't know why I didn't stack them. There we go. Oh yes, plenty. Well, not plenty, but you know what I mean. So the idea is get a load of cement so I can make my blocks. At the moment, I've just got the one mixer going. I may have to do several of these. And I've been making the wrong type of blocks. I've been making these polished ones. I don't really want to make the polished ones. Although I don't think, come on, get in there. Don't think it costs any different, but I'm just going to go with these rough ones for now. I want my place to look a little bit rough, like it's meant to be an industrial place. So let's get those into there. That's 114. Cool. That's good. That's good. So nothing else as much has changed. I've dug a little bit deeper. Well, not deeper, a bit further in. I've got to watch I don't come out the other side, to be fair. I'm not sure how deep I am compared to how steep this mountain is, because I know it comes out the other side. I do know that. I have seen that. Why did my grid build just snap off? The one there. So maybe one there, one there. There we go. Let's bring that down and we'll get some more gravel. Wow, crushed rock. Oh, I forgot to fill that in. Let's flatten that. A little bit of a slide down. There's plenty here to go around for a bit. I don't think I've changed any of the factory down here, the conveyors and stuff. I think it's kind of stayed as it was. So yeah, I think pretty much everything is the same apart from what I've said. And we're done with the tier. Yeah, now a fabricated tier 2. That's because I'm making stuff all the time as well. I'm getting all these faster tier ups now. So I'm going to keep digging this out. Oop. Got myself stuck in here. Now I did it. Which will I hold there? It drives over there. Okay, I do need to get a plate in there. I do have some in my container. Just leave it there. Try to keep it as level as possible. It's nice that surface is letting me dump this off really quick. Might put another pit further down here soon. I don't know whether it's better just to use 4 conveyors maybe. Merge them. I've already got the power coming back from this. I'm not sure if the power goes backwards on a merger. Find out actually. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know what I'm doing there. Right, I don't know if I do that. I really am hoping that that change too much again in the future series so I can keep doing this one. I'm really enjoying this. Although I suppose starting from scratch is also cool. I could try a different map, but I'm enjoying this at the moment. I'll leave this coal in this as well as blasted rock. I heard people mentioning veins of ores now. I haven't seen an actual vein other than on the surface. Whether it's something you can visibly see, I don't know. I am getting ores. Not so much in the way of like gold and things like that anymore, but I am getting ores to a certain degree. And a fair amount of them, to be fair. But here we go. Let's see. Again, we're digging. Need to get rid of that lump. There we go. So also I see a lot of people in the older videos just use stacks and stacks of these conveyors to move their dirt up. Now that was before the power update. I'm guessing that won't work anymore unless you've got an immense amount of power. Because that many conveyors is going to use a hell of a lot of power. But I might disconnect this hopper down here temporarily. Could do with switches or maybe control boxes or something. Now that's a control box for control, so you can make a complete controller. You say right, name each one, give them names. Say right, turn this off, turn that off, and then have routable switches for which way ores go, so we can switch off a direction on a splitter or block a connection on a merger, and that would be interesting. I don't know how detailed they're going to go with control and that on this, but that would be really interesting. Let's get myself another scoop and I'll go and get some fuel. I think I am going to put a fuel thing down here eventually, a fuel depot. club. Damn. Hit the brakes. Probably left the right messing with there. Oh, a bit slow. To start out on the flat. There we go. Much faster. Also, I'm going to be you can see I've started there. I'm also going to be flattening this piece out as well. Okay, let's go backwards. Keep that up. And we're refueled. So I've started recording these sessions as well, both on Twitch, which will only last 7 days because I'm not an affiliate, but on YouTube they'll last longer. So if you miss anything, if you want to watch any more, if it's really that interesting to you, then pop over to YouTube, same name, Totally British Gamer, and I will be putting them all on there at the same time. Well, they will follow stream probably by about an hour or so, depending on how long they take to upload. I don't currently have the dual option on Streamlabs to stream to 2 places at once, because that's the only I can afford at the moment. It's not cheap either to do things like that. Now I can understand if you're making money off Twitch or YouTube or whatever, but I am not, and I doubt I will be, and even if I did, it would be such a long time away anyway, something like that. So yeah, I'm not paying for it. So it's going to have to be following uploads onto YouTube about an hour after the stream finishes. But they will be on Twitch for 7 days though. At least they set it that way. I'm hoping that's what happens. I think the first 2 didn't work. Rambling on there. Not sure if that's just crushed rock or if that's significant. It's a bit lighter in colour, so I'm not 100% sure. Check the ceiling. I've been trying to do that for ages and it didn't work. Brilliant. Accidents happen and sometimes they're good. Let's get this slide on. I really wish I could get the camera to work in a way that looks good on it. I'm surprised this thing hasn't broken either. I bet the wear plate is virtually gone. It's got a bit. But I'll put a high-end wear plate on it next time. Should be getting me a hell of a lot of stuff. I'm not getting a lot of gold though at the moment, which was a good make for me when I was getting the pay dirt. So I may carry on digging a bit of pay dirt to get some more gold and gems and stuff. But at the moment, I'm getting a fair amount on ores. Although saying that about the gold, I've still got an absolute shit ton. Excuse my friend. An absolute ton of gold still processing. It's still in the smelters. not like I'm totally out. Be interested if we could have like a sampling tool so we can sample the rocks. So blast the rocks, take a sample, and then it can tell you whether there's any chance of certain types of ores, what the likelihood is. So that's what they do at the moment. Real life, they have like spectrometry and chemical analysis as well. So they use like a light thing, and then there's also chemical analysis. We can help them predict what's in certain types of rocks and what the likelihood is of frequency. I don't know. I don't know too much about it, but there's a little bit I've read on it. Be interested if we had something like that. I really think that would be good if we can have like an office type or control room type thing where we have things like that. Lab equipment, the analysis, controls for automated stuff, like I said, on the conveyors and stuff. It would be nice. One more scoop out of the gun, and it's going to be another 5 in, I think. I hope that stuff's going on the track. I didn't notice actually. It seems to take a while to come out. Oh yes, there it is. I would stop that for a second. But let's get some unfogging that wall. Damn, it's getting far now. I really do need to start showing some more of this up, because this is going to come crashing down on me sometime soon. I know it is. Do I use grid? No, let's just do it my way. I like my way. Could have dug that bit out, but never mind. Excellent. Right, let's get some more. I might go and check on my ores and things first before I start digging some of that up. I've got to have more water, I've got to have more gravel for concrete, and I should definitely have a stack of ores. Let's go and check the water first. I will start doing fuel eventually, I think. Will make me a fair amount of money. Pretty sure you can sell steel frames for a pretty penny as well. Right. Let's come in here. What we got? Ooh, that's a nice bit of gravel. Right there. Dang, we got a lot of iron as usual. Let's go and sort all them out. Oh, there's another 6,000 gravel there. Didn't see that. Okay, so let's process what I can gravel wise. So let's cement. I should be able to get another 50 of that. Should have took the cement out of the other one. Like that. And that one. 64. Fair amount. Okay, let's do that next. I'm also making some floors in here for my walls, for my floor in my factory. It's going to be wooden floor. Concrete blocks here. That's the ones I want. Let's make as many of them as I can. 62. Brilliant. Keep them building. Yeah, I can make some windows and stuff. Doors. That could be cool. See, as you can see, I've still got, you know, about 1,500 there in gold making. So 690 here. What was I making? I was doing iron in here, wasn't I? Don't know why. Did I just overlay? Yeah, I just overlay the coal. I might as well carry on with iron on that at the moment because I'm not doing any gold. I've got a crap loads of iron. I might just sell this all. Way too much. Got plenty of steel though for when I start making my steel objects. Aluminium. Right, aluminium. Let's get rid of all the small ones and one big one. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. And take the selling. Oops. Do it again. Plenty of silver. Let's bring those down because they're for selling. Copper. Put there. Silver. There. This was my silicon. I'm not doing silicon at the moment, am I? So this will be silver. Yeah, silver. There's no copper ready. So silicon, I don't really need it. But I keep doing that, overwriting it. It's just miss. And then lithium. Dang, I'll shoot that one out. And maximize that. Lithium down. Still got 170 there. I'm going to sell that. Actually, I might put that back in the ores because I want that for the steel. Some lithium there. So this is going to take me up to probably about 1.6 million. Yeah, I might say just about. Let's sell this stuff. So gold's a nice chunk. Get rid of the iron ore. Oh no, it's not. Where did I get that volume from? 1.8, 1.3. Yeah, it seems more realistic. Talking out of my backside there. Don't think I'm getting any pay dirt. Yeah, so there's nothing coming through there. Nothing worth messing with. Let's get down. The names of these stupid advertisement box can't be ridiculous. Smelly clean. Yeah, whatever. Get all this out deeper. I really do need to shore some of this up. I'm not actually sure if my shoreline is actually doing anything. One of my followers said just do that every 8 meters or so and you should be okay. Okay, I'll do that. I haven't had a cave in, so is that a testament to what he said? I hope so. He seemed to know a lot about the game, more than I do. I might do a batch of pay dirt soon. So it looks like the depth doesn't match the explosion radiuses. I don't know why. Is that just surface explosion radius? So they don't look like 6 blocks deep. And they don't look 6 blocks wide. They're about 2. Unless those concrete blocks are not 1 metre. There's no indication of the size of them. So if they're more like 2 metres, then the explosion radiuses are correct. So I have no clue. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to end up coming out to the other side of the mountain. I should do a GPS check, shouldn't I? Get a vehicle on the other side, find out what the GPS position is. See from there. Just blast away from them. Maybe they're directional charges, and that's why the distance doesn't look the same. Oh, I should have picked up a plate, shouldn't I? Ooh. Watching some people play this using the graders and the rollers and the bulldozers, and some of them making good use, especially the bulldozer. And I've seen other people use the bulldozer, and it's just an absolute nightmare. Maybe they're going a little bit like a bullet a gate, and it's not doing what they want. Oop, nearly lost it. This one's quite easy to flip back by itself, so I don't mind too much if I lose this. You can always put it back in your inventory, but where's the fun in that? I'm going to try and get out of it. Along there. This is definitely going to have to speed this up by building another hopper system further down. It will save me so much time. I might just get rid of that hopper system that's there and just hook into this central conveyor I've got here, which should work alright. I could say use a few conveyors. I don't want to be too exact, so it would have to be 4 conveyors to match a hopper. I'll have to check what the cost effectiveness is of that. Compared to using just hoppers. I think I should have like a gridded hopper system as well, where you can make one big one and make it quite big by connecting it up. It looked a bit weird there. I don't think that would work in real life, so that's probably why they haven't. Digging them holes. I really do need to check the wear on this. I think the wear plate's probably gone. What we got? Most of these are medium to 50%. The wear plate's nearly gone. I think it's an OEM one on this. I haven't replaced it yet, so I'm going to get a high quality one. I'm not sure if they've actually got the quality system working yet, but I'm going to buy it regardless. No. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Let's go for a wear plate. Ooh, a wear plate. A wear plate. High quality wear plate. For the sake of it, might as well. Take you out and you in. Just jump out and jump back in. For some reason I haven't got a one hole. Let's flatten that hole out before I continue. Oh, I don't think I was in a hole. I think I dropped stuff. I hate this first person view, but it's perfect for dropping explosives. Looks like I'm smacking myself in the face with a shovel. Like a Looney Tunes cartoon, isn't it? Oh. I won't replace the rest of the stuff till it starts to really go. That was such timing though, that was. Just looked at the wear plate and then it was done. Should have a fair amount of gravel coming out of this now. Considering I'm only sifting half of it, I'm getting a hell of a lot of ore as well. Which I'm not complaining about, so that's the idea. Taking money off the ores. Start making money off building steel plates and things like that, although I'm going to use some for the building. I don't know whether to wooden floors and metal walls and roof on this factory. So that's more likely what mine's going to have, in that steel corrugated look for its buildings. Eventually make some sort of system that would feed in to a building, so that my ore system isn't outside. Well, the whole system, not just an ore system, is it? But the whole system. And the plastic up again. Okay, it's gone quite far. Down. There we go. That did not want to go down. Fill her up, baby. So for those of you watching, the stream's going to last till probably about 1:30 today. If anyone's interested, I will try and get back on a little bit later. Do have a D&D meet at 7, which is on for an hour, so anything. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get back on that actually while I fib about it and lie about it. Dropping too much on the floor now, making it lumpy. That's a flatten that out. Lumpy. Let's flatten this out a bit. So from what I can tell, when you use these other vehicles, you've got to do what I did there. And now I've never done that before, I've never tried that before. But move slowly and counter the arrows on the GPS. So if you look at the first GPS in the top right, that's my bucket tilt. The red line is the ground, which I've zeroed my GPS to. So when I'm down to there, that's level with ground. Okay? And it's telling me I'm slightly down, so I can tilt it. There we go. And what you're supposed to do is drive slow and counter the arrows. So if the arrow's up, you go down. Does that make sense? And you've got to do that slowly. So I think what I need to do is set this up so I can control the gears rather than automatic, because this is just going way too fast. Just diving in when I'm going for the scoop. It's hard to keep control over it because the gears are changing by themselves. I can drive through already though. So in that flat, okay, counter it. Not much there though now. It was on this right hand side. Right? Bring that down level. There it goes. And you've got to counter it based on the depth that the vehicle's going. That wasn't too bad. Ooh, we go again. There's a whole stack of coal bags. I don't really want the coal at the moment. Although then again, if I'm going to be selling steel, I'm going to need the coal to make steel. I don't want to paint this either. I think this looks absolutely brilliant. The fact that it's all warm. Sometimes it just doesn't want to be. But now, so that's going to be a bit of a pain. Maybe do what I did there and come backwards at it. Might work. Using this line as a guide when I reverse. That's why I can get up there so fast. I'll just follow that line with my left wheel. That conveyor. Let's see. This will work this time. Oh, did that time. I'm not sure why it wouldn't before. Let's go and have a look and see what we've got up here now that we can process. do need to start building that. I keep mentioning this steel freaking factory, and I still haven't built it. Well, it's if I'm going to make my own parts, then it's going to take a while, especially as I don't have that much in the way of wood. So still feeling I've got a lot of gravel, hell of a lot of gravel. So let's get my ores out down here. If I don't keep overwriting them. Getting less and less silver now, less lithium, getting a lot of iron, the copper. But that might be down to the fact that I've split the gravel up. So let's have a look. What do we want? How much gravel have we got? So if I do 500 in there, and then 500 in there, and then it's going to be about 4,600 in there, but I'll just grab what I can. 460, I mean, yeah, 464. There we go. Okay. Because I don't, I'm going to have anything in there. Nope. I won't have anything in those. Let's come up here. Let's make some more concrete blocks. The concrete blocks are for in the mine more than anything. I am using them for support. Look. Did I not pick the cement up? Did I not pick the cement up? Dumbass. Came here to pick the cement up. There's quite a fair amount in here. There we go. This is going to be limited now due to the water. There we go. I'm going to have to get some more barrels, but I really want to make my own barrels, to be fair. Right. Concrete box. Maximum rough concrete. Doesn't actually show which one it is, but I can only tell by look. Oh, there we go. Let's put this spare water in there. I don't need that. Let's sell that wear plate. How much is an OEM wear plate? 840. Okay, no problem. I was going to say, I thought it was getting more then. Let's deal with the ores. I won't bother processing the gold. Nah, get the gold. I'll wait for some more to build up on the gold. We want to put the coal in there. I'll put some in there. Just top the iron ore up. Oop, wrong way around. What can I make in there? It's going to be more steel. I know what I can. Yeah. Aluminium. Just make as much as I can. Just keep it not going. I will take the aluminium to sell. Copper ore. Put that in there. Guessing that's silver, yes. Is that silver? Yes. So if I make that into one, and then if I do the rest in copper, yep, there we go. I'll sell the silver and lithium. So that's the smallest one. Make what I can. Just use all what I've got here. Brilliant. I'll sell the lithium, I'll sell the iron, I'll sell that little bit of coal. you. Sell. Not getting much for most of this, but it's all money at the end of the day. Yeah, we're up to 1.5. That's good. I do have a lot more money than that. Bank. I have 3.5 million in there. In fact, let's deposit 500 in there. So I've got 4 million in the bank, 5 million in total. That's not bad. Ooh, have I got much floor? Not so much floor. Look, that's a storage container. Workbench. Workbench. There we go. 31 wooden floors. Let's put those in. Oop. Put them onto my hopper. I think I'm going to have a downstairs, an upstairs and a downstairs, but at the moment I'm just going to put the floor in as it is. I'm not going to have enough to do the whole lot yet. I'm going to have to go tree chopping, so I can do some more of this, because it's time consuming to make, but it's a lot cheaper if I make my own things, like the steel and the wood, so forth. So I'm going to do that. Let's get some more of this. Whoops. A bit closer there. Need to watch the bouncing on hand here. Need to really stop going in so fast. See, sometimes it will scrape the ceiling, and other times it will just hit it. But, mate, as you can see, some of it fell on the track before I even dumped that in there. Oh, see, I hit it at the same time I dumped it. Really strange. See if I can get some more, but maybe not so fast. Let's carry on with this wall. Put some more anfill on the back in a minute, I think. Let's just see if we've got a little bit more I can take. So I think there's some more on the left I can actually take. Let's see if I can. Ooh, another shot then. Starting rolling. Magically falls through the concrete though, which is annoying because I would like to have used the concrete slopes as guides to bring the ceiling down, but it looks like it just goes straight through it. Unless you use a roof piece, maybe it's specific to roof pieces. what I want to try and get. This bit. See, it's working on some pieces, but not on others. Come on. No. It worked there. That's really odd. And it is plastic rock, so it should be loose. But then again, saying that, plastic rock shouldn't be loose, to be fair. It should be falling down, not just hanging from the ceiling, but there we go. So we can get one last scoop up here. Right, it looks like it's time to do a little bit more blasting. So first I'm going to dig a little bit deeper. Yeah, so I can lay some more concrete. Dropped a bit there. It's not very efficient, is it? Better. Still lose a little bit though. Basically it takes a while for my bucket to come back up, so it just shakes out. Thinking maybe I should put my hoppers there. I haven't got to put them down the side like I did there then, because I've got them going through the middle, so I'll just find a way to get around the hoppers. I'm guessing if I put them long ways now, because I'm doing them as an 8 square base, I can put them long ways. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Let's have a look. Well, that only makes it... No, it's a perfect square, isn't it? Yeah, it's a perfect square, so I can have them facing the other way. So I can combine the tracks. It was only because this was going up the side that I left them sideways. Yeah, getting there. You're going to have to be careful now, because I've already made a fall in that hole. Not sure if I'm just... Oh no, I'm picking stuff up. I was going to say, I'm not sure if I'm knocking stuff out or picking stuff up. But it looks like I'm picking stuff up. Right. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Wrong tool. Right, let's get the edge off this so it'll let me snap. I always thought this fast axe was like 2 OP, but it is on sand, but it's not so much on dirt. So it's sorry, let's rephrase. It's not. It's fast on dirt, but it's not so much on rock. So it kind of makes sense now. I suppose it's because the shovel is what you would have used on dirt, and they've used that as a flattening device instead, or smoother. Possible. Right. Why that didn't make the vehicle jump, I don't know. I really do hope they get to grips a little with the snapping here and don't let you place something unless it's snapped. See, that's not snapped, but it's let me place it. It shouldn't let me. Same with grid mode. It should only let you snap it if it's in the wrong place, if you're in free mode. Otherwise it should stay red unless it's in a grid or it's on a snap, depending which mode you're in. Right. Across. Gonna have to get some straight pieces, aren't I? I wonder if we can make conveyor belts eventually. That'd be interesting. Can I get that? Yes. Don't think I'm going to get that one now. Nope. Just get me something to snap to. There we go. I'll keep coming, can't I? Get you. Snap you to you. Yep. Come on. You need to go. Why do I keep scrolling through my tools in the wrong direction when it'd be quicker to go the other way? Let's get rid of this. There's some of this at the front as well. It's frustrating. It's kind of like trying to do Minecraft where you can place the blocks really quick. In that, yeah, you can make a mistake, but not so much as this. And that's the sort of grid snapping I want. Something a little bit easier and a bit quicker. But again, the game is beta. It's more of an inconvenience, so it's not really a gripe of mine, just an inconvenience. It's frustrating. I really enjoy this game, as you can obviously tell. Not sure how much fun I'd make out of digging this lot by hand in the real world. Probably enjoy the Tonka truck stuff, and the diggers and loaders and excavators, that sort of thing. But I'm not so sure I'd like to stand there with a pickaxe all day doing this. But some people do. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Might have to do a little bit more here. Just to get a bit closer to that wall, so when it collapses, it's come down on the concrete a little bit. So I should have one more layer of concrete there. To be fair, I've made quite a fair bit of concrete block. It's the wood I'll need to do, which means tree chopping, whatever that means. Tree choppings, which is a little boring, running around dropping trees, but hey, there we go. Right, so 2, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Let's get back to work. I just filled that in. I just said I was going to build a hopper system there, didn't I? It's going to be on the next batch. I'm not digging all that up again now. I'm going to have to dig a bit deeper though, so I will have to try and get this loaded to do as much as it can. Before I get in there, because I'm not digging all that by hand. Oh no, I could just drain mine it. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I think that's what I've done most of the times in the past anyway, so I shall do that. Trying to take some of this seeing that as I go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But so I'm going to be back at about 4 PM is what I'm thinking. That gives me time to maybe do a stream for an hour or two and then have something to eat, and then that should lead me down to 7 o'clock, which should be alright. So yeah, I think I'm going to come back at about 4 PM UK time. Can't put a schedule actually on Twitch because we won't ever do it unless I do it for every day. Like if I schedule one for Sunday, I have to schedule it for every Sunday, which is stupid. How to be an affiliate to get all the best things. Yeah, this seems to be like kind of a main thing bigger than me, but there you go. Biggie. This thing can move an immense amount of stuff for one of the cheaper ones. Not the most expensive, it's not the most cheapest, but it can move a hell of a lot of stuff. Ooh. Come on, get down. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's like a colour to this blasted rock that gives you an indication of what's in it. Stop rolling forwards. Put the brake on and stop. Not go, stop. Because to me that does look like it's got different colours in there. I don't know whether that's just the way the texture system works, just randomise it a bit, or whether it's got an indication to what's in there always. But considering I've halved, oh, something's making me slide there. Considering I've halved the gravity input for my ores, I'm still making a decent penny from selling the ores, but at the same time saving myself a small fortune on making concrete blocks. So, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of a win-win situation. So it's slower actual plus on the money, but also much slower on the negative side of the money. Normally I'd only have about 500 or 600k in the bank, and I put all the rest in to the company. Something. Why is it skidding to the left there? Is that right? Why am I hitting? Like invisible boxes. There's one of them under the ground slide lane, that's what I'm digging into now. Doors slamming because of the wind. You really blow here like that. See, that to me looks like it's got copper in it. It's got like an orange tinge. Does that mean it has? Does it not? I don't know. Interesting to find out. Ooh, in a bag again. There we go. Fuel low. It's going to fill up again in a minute. A few more scoops done. Let's see if I can figure if there's something. Yeah, there's stuff. Look, when I do that, it scoops me. Let's try not getting too close to the wall. There we go. Something there. I think that the hitbox for the scoop wouldn't be able to go through the concrete. Maybe that's intentional though, so that people can use the concrete to do levelling. school. Let's get some fuel. It's like a nose. See, and then that looks different on the wall. I think I'm talking about the backside when it comes to that. Never mind. Right, let's go and get some fuel. Let's go to effort and do that. Let's get some speed. There we go. Don't bounce too much. Going back in, boys. Oop. Can be a little bit finicky, but considering the amount of earth I've moved in a small amount of time, really, it's not a bad machine, is it? Too hard me now. Somewhere now. Well, got somewhere anyway. It's a hell of a distance I've gone through there, to be fair. Considering I'm doing it all by myself. I am considering setting up a Discord. And possibly seeing if anyone wants to join in that's got the game, but I need to figure the best way of doing this, because I don't want no people just coming in and messing things up, which is not too much of an issue, because if someone comes in and messes something up, I can roll back 15 minutes for the autosave, but it's just the messing about in the first place. Oop, there we go. To the right. So I'm going to have to think about that. It's the only thing with people you don't know, isn't it? But at the same time, you've got to have a certain level of trust in people as well, otherwise you're never going to get anywhere in life. You're afraid of everyone. Although the word afraid is a bit harsh there, but you know what I mean. Plus, if you don't give access to people to spend, and you get all their equipment for them, then, for starters anyway, until a level of more trust is built, then I suppose you could actually get on quite well. It's just whether they go around digging things up and blowing things up. But if you don't give them access to dynamite to start with, just give them easy jobs. But I don't want them to feel like they're going to be bored if they do that either. And we give them a job and then they're like, oh, is that all I'm going to do? Drop, you know what I mean? But that's part of this game, I suppose. Each to their own. But someone's got to drive the dump truck. It's not all diggers. It's going to get enough time soon to wrap things up. Let's get that down quick. Stuff it was. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's get some of this top layer out. Go. Not taking much of the ceiling out anymore. I need to stop hitting that so freaking hard. I'm ending up actually flat in the face. Get away with me then. Sometimes I have those moments where I just go haywire. Not intentional. I don't know how I actually do it, to be fair. Get some more. Get some more that way though. The roof. There is more to be had. I really wish I could get the camera right on this. That works well. See what I need to see without flickering like crazy when you go past. You put your head out that way. Let's get rid of this spike here because it's too much. I think what I'm going to do is probably blast another piece out and leave it there today, or for now. I'll come back about 4 o'clock. It looks like I'm kind of at my maximum. Yeah, did a bit of an explosion there. Truck to the end, give it a good explosion. Like we say, give it a good blow then, but that's just not going to go down very well, is it? Can't blow it up with wooden floor, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably a bit too close. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down she blows. There we go. And we're going to leave it at that. So we've got just over 5 million in money. There should be more than that built up now. It looks a mess though. There's got to be a way to make this cleaner. But oh well, it looks good. I've dug it myself. I don't care. Yeah, so even though I keep saying building the steel mill, I'm part of the way there. But a few more floors and things. I'm gonna have to do some chopping when I come back. And yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Thanks for those that are watching, and thanks to anyone who watches the recording this on either Twitch or YouTube. And this is Totally British Gamer, and I'll be back again shortly in probably about 4 PM UK time. Come on for at least an hour, maybe 2. Okay, see you again. Bye bye.